All right, good afternoon or good evening, everybody. I hope you guys are doing great. It's great to have everybody here to this free trading class that myself and Earl Daso are going to be hosting for the next 5 days. Super excited to have this session with you guys, and I hope you guys are excited as well. I know for some of you guys, this might have been like a last minute um yeah, it might have been a last minute thing, because I just posted it in my Telegram group and all that, but nevertheless, this is going to be an opportunity of a lifetime because you're about to learn a trading strategy that can really change the game for you in trading. Okay. So the Quasimodo strategy is a strategy that's been developed by Earl Daso, and he's going to be the one that's going to be sharing this strategy with all of you guys here today. And this is a huge opportunity because this is something that he usually charges thousands of dollars for, but he decided to come out here and share this secret with you guys for free for the next 5 days. So we're going to be meeting every day for the next 5 days, starting today. So we'll have a class today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then the last class is going to be on Monday, and it's going to be at the same time every day, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Okay. So I encourage you guys to take advantage of this. Like I said, this is something that you would have to pay thousands of dollars to actually get information from, but you're getting it all for free. So try to make time for it to attend every single day. And yeah, you're going to get so much value from it. I'll be sharing the Zoom login details every day in the Telegram channel. Okay. And we're going to be taking questions towards the end of the class on each day. So if you have any questions, make sure you can write it down in the chat box or write it down in your paper somewhere. And then when it's time for questions and answer, we'll take it. Okay. So yeah, so let's get started. I'm going to be handing over the mic to Earl Dasto. And yeah, so Earl, you can go ahead and start.
Hey, hello guys. Glad to meet you all here for the first day of the first bootcamp, Advanced Quasimodo. I want to thank Sarah for this awesome introduction. Thank you for welcoming everyone. And thank you guys for joining in today. If you're here, I'm so excited to have you here. Okay, so I had to put this together so that we can share knowledge with people who are finding it hard to be profitable using or trading in the forex market. Okay, so this is an opportunity for everyone. So after today, if you have a friend who has been struggling in trading in forex as regards forex trading, you can share the link with them for the next meeting. Ask them to join the Telegram channel. Let them be part of what we are doing. Okay, and take note of this. Apart from this class, we have full course mentorship sessions of about 2 months. So it would be great you join that mentorship session also, okay? So, but fact this, we are sharing knowledge that won't be available on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, I don't believe you're going to see this knowledge, okay? So I took our time to share this knowledge with you guys. So get your book, get your pen, and make sure you get something, all right? Don't be distracted here, okay? Don't even allow your network to distract you because this is a great opportunity. Okay. So I believe some of us may have heard of advanced Quasimodo. Okay. So it's a price action strategy. Okay. So some people will be asking, what is Quasimodo? What is Quasimodo? Okay. So advanced Quasimodo is a price action strategy. So I'll be speaking or talking like someone who already is aware that the people that are here are forex traders. Okay, so I won't be talking like maybe knowing that you're a beginner. Okay, so so I'll be using terms as believing and knowing that people that are here are those who have experience and also maybe to a level you have been trading for some time right now and you have seen candlesticks. So you can relate, okay? But I try as much as I can to use good things, okay? Please, who is that? Don't write on the screen. Also, mute your mics as I am taking over from here, okay? So try as much as you can to mute your mics. Then we'll have question sessions, okay? So prepare your questions. If you have a question, prepare your question. So today we're going to be starting with market structure and the logic or the psychology of QML, okay? Market structure, all right? So the first thing first, we know that we have two type of trending markets, okay? So we have the upward trend and the downward trend. So let me use the downward trend first. So we have these, okay, lower highs, okay, higher lows and higher low, just like that, okay? So this is a downward market. This market is actually trending downward, okay? And we also have the uptrend, okay? So we have the uptrend. All right. So we have the uptrend. And if I may add, we also have the ranging market, okay? So we have the ranging market. We have price move from one point of resistance to support, okay? So take note of that. So in this ranging market, price continue to move from resistance to support. Or sometimes it could be from supply to demand, supply to demand. Okay, so we have these types of market. Okay, so when we say market structure, we are trying to talk about the structure as a result of the movement of money. Okay, I can say it's called money transfer. Okay, so I see market structure as money transfer. Why money is moving from one point to another. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you understand, go to the comment section, say I do, okay? So market structure is as a result of the movement of money from one location to the other. So each time you hear market structure, people think that it's a tough something. So there are a lot of questions that people ask. What is market structure? How do I determine the market structure? How do I know that this market has shifted direction? Okay. So one thing you must know is that money is what causes structure. Okay. So I was explaining to someone a few days ago, and I said, if you have water in your house, it's because there are a series of pipe connected. Okay, and these pipes are not just there for fancy sake. Okay, so they are there because water flows through them. All right, so money is like that. Money is liquid. So each time you hear liquidity, we are talking about money. Okay, so for those guys that use slangs, you'd be like, "Guy, are you liquid?" So they are talking about money. Each time you hear someone say, "I'm not liquid," that means that is not money. All right. Are you liquid? Am I liquid? Is a term for money. All right. So money flows from one point to another. Okay. So each time you see money move like this, you see candlestick structures, things like this. This is all money moving from one point to another. So I gave an illustration and I said, this is one of the illustration I give. So let's assume you stay somewhere, okay? So if you understand this logic, you're going to understand what market structure is about and money flow, okay? So let's say that is a pipe connected to your house, okay? And this pipe is connected like this. And for some people, let's say your house is here and your neighbor's house, someone's house is here. Okay, and we have someone's house here. So I want to show you how Forex operates, okay? So we have these houses and then we have another house here. So what flows in this pipe is water, okay? is water. So we're going to see the water as money. Okay. So if your house is somewhere here, this, and you have your neighbor's house around here. Okay. So the whole purpose is this. You want to fetch water. You don't care where the water is coming from. All you care about is that you want to fetch water in your house. So the reason why you receive water in your house, okay, and you're on the tap is because water flows from the pipe. But take note of this. Before water gets to your house, you that is at the last, okay, before water gets to your house, water has already passed through several areas, several homes, giving water to a lot of homes before coming to your house. So take note of this. You are not interested, you're not interested in these zones. Okay? You're not interested here. Okay? All right. So let's assume that we have a branch here. Okay, that water passes, that can also pass. Okay, so we have something like this. All right. So let's keep it this way. So the reason why water is flowing here is delivery. So money flows from one point to the other as a means of delivery. So the whole agenda is to deliver. That's why you see supply and demand. So each time you see money moving from one point to the other, money is going somewhere to deliver, okay, and to supply. Do you understand what I'm saying? So right now, what we see here is structure. The pipes you see is all about structure. What is inside the structure is water. So the water is money moving from one point to the other. Now, for you who is located at this point, for you, let me use the rectangular too. So for you are located here, okay? Your interest is this. This is your interest. I want you to catch this. Your interest is you want to see this water, this pipe, okay, you want to see that water flows from, okay, so I'm going to use this. Let me come to this point. So you want to see that water flows from this point. Watch what I'm doing. Okay. This is what you're interested in. Okay. I'm using this structure that I do, the pipe. Okay. So this is what you're interested in. You're not interested in this area because that is not the direction, okay, where your house is. Okay, so you know that the moment the water flows past this level here, let me use this tool. The moment water crosses this level, because the pipe is warm, definitely it will come to you. So what do? You wait. You wait in your various locations. This is how people make money in the forex market. Quite a number of times, there are a lot of people using several strategies, but they don't know that that's not how to fetch water from the market or to fetch money from the market. If you want to milk the market, you must know where water is coming from or where money is coming from. So I'm going to be using the term water and money so you understand, because it's flow we're talking about, movement from one place to the other. So it's current, it's liquid, okay? So you don't want to know, okay, something should not interest you. Some of the things that you watch for should not interest you. That is why someone can be placing a buy in the forex market and be making money. At the same time, someone is placing a sell and is still making money. Why? Because they understand structure. So these all pipe that I just drew, okay, is pipe. Okay, they're all pipe and it's called structure. So it's a structure. Okay, and what is flowing in these pipes, okay, is what? Water. Your own agenda is to fetch water. And you want to know the structure or where water will get to. And you'll be like, oh, if water can get to this point, if I see water get to this point, then definitely it's coming to me. So that means if water can cross here, okay, this point, definitely water will come to you. Why? Because the pipe is one. There is no other branch where water is going to go through. So if water gets to this point, okay, and then flows to this direction, so I'm going to use this, then flows to this direction. Okay, that means water is not coming to your house. So what do? You wait until water gets to your house or forms another structure that knows that you know that water is coming to your own house. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is the mistake of so many people, that when they come to the forex market, they tend to want to see everything. They want to know how Mr. A is getting water. How Mr. A is getting water should not be a problem. How Mr. B is getting water should not be a problem. Your own agenda is that, okay, so this is you. Okay, so your own agenda is that you want to see, there are certain criteria you want to see in the forex market. That if I see this, definitely water is coming to my house. Okay, so there are things you want to see, and they are called structure. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there are things you want to see, and those things are called structure. So for you to understand that structure, you need to have an idea of what market structure is all about. And market structure is formed by the movement of money from one point to the other. The reason why you go to the supermarket is because you have a need. So money flows from you to the seller. The same way, if you have a product that you're selling, money will flow to you. So money is like that. All right. So the shop or the supermarket that you went to buy water, ice cream, or something, that is a structure. They have built a structure that no matter where you are, you come there to buy whatever you want that is available there. So the supermarket has been built to take money from you. The small kiosk close to your house is built to take money from you. The mall close to your house is built to take money from you. It is a structure. And it is money that flows there that makes it run. Without money, the malls will close. Without money, the kiosk or the supermarket will close. So the same thing that happens in the forex market. This is the logic of market structure. Market structure is money flow, money flowing from one point to the other. Okay, forming structure, sustaining structures. So all you want to see is there are things I am expecting to see in the market. If I see this and see this, then I'm going to take this trade. Do you understand it? So when water flows, so let me use this point here. Okay, so I'm going to say this is second branch. Okay. So if water gets to this second branch, all right, definitely water is not coming to you. If you are here, maybe you are A and someone is B, okay, water will be coming to you. So you're not interested in the second branch. All you're interested is you want to see that water gets to this point. The moment water gets to this point, definitely water will come to your house. It doesn't matter the time it's going to take. It may take 2 days, 3 days. That is where waiting and patience comes in. It may take 4 hours. It may take 5 hours. It may take 24 hours. It may take 8 hours, okay, for water to come to you. But definitely, there are things you are waiting for to see in the forex market. There are structures that you are waiting for, okay? So you can see someone placing a buy. Why is the person placing buy? There are things he saw that made him place a buy. Someone is placing a sell. There are things they saw that made them place a sell. So you have to discover yours. What should I see, or what are the things I need to see every day, every minute, every second, every month? I want to see these things. And if I don't see these things, I'm not going to trade it. So if you can understand this water flow, then it's very easy for you, okay? So I'm going to take this off. If you understand, go to the comment section, say I do. If you don't understand, I'm going to explain again. Go to the comment section before I delete this. Do you understand it? Do you understand it? It's water flow. Good. Rookie said yes. So I'm going to delete this stuff. Okay. Then we'll go to market structure proper. Okay. So as I said, money is what causes structures. So if money causes structure, then structures are signals. Okay. And structures are what? I said they are signals, they are signs. So it helps you to be able to read the movement of money from one point to the other. So there are signs that the movement gives you. You then know that yes, money is causing this, and this is what will happen next. So you become a prophet of the forex, of the market. You become a prophet of price movement. For those of us who are Christians, I don't know, Muslims, but you know what I'm trying to talk about, okay? That means you start seeing ahead of what price is going to do, okay? So you're not trying to move at the same time price is moving. You are seeing ahead. So for example, let's go to a live chart before I come back to this. So let's go to a live chart, okay? So let's go to a live chart. So now, can you see this? All right, can you see this? There are people that actually bought at this point. Whether you like it or not, there are people that bought at this point. And there are people that also sold at this point. And there are also people who bought at this point. Okay? For those who bought here, hold on, I'm going to delete this. For those who bought at this point, there are certain things they have been waiting for, okay? Or let me say, certain criteria that they're expecting to see as a result of structure. So if you agree with me, you will also agree that this is structure, okay? This is also structure. So some people actually, what they trade is this. They don't trade anything else. For someone else, what they trade is this. All they want to see is from here to here. So what do? They place a buy around here. Okay. That is why someone else will be making money around here, and then another person will be making money around here. The whole point is money, but the secret is knowing what structure is. What is your own structure that you're expecting to see? You don't just jump into the forex market and expect to make money, okay? You want to see structure. There are things you want to see. So let me go to this. Let me go to this, okay? So just like this right now, so this is Ethereum USD, okay? So I'm going to come back to explain what structure is, okay? But I want you to understand this. So all this price movement is money, okay? This is money, all right? So if this is money, can you just enter and start trading? No, you want to understand structure. That if I see this, then I'm going to place a buy, okay? And what you're expecting to see might not be the same thing your neighbor is expecting to see in the forex market. All right. So what we see is different. They are all different in the forex market. Every trader has something he's looking for. So you as a trader, ask yourself, what am I looking for? What is the structure I want to see? So somebody made money around here. Do you agree with me? Another person made money around here. Someone also made money here. And there are people that also made money here. Do you also agree with me that someone made money from here? The person sold. While these people are buying, someone also made money here. Why did they make money? It's simple. Understanding structure and the criteria that follow the structure. Finish. Understanding these things are what I am expecting to see. Why are they expecting it? It is very simple. Price behavior. Price will always behave in a certain way over a period of time, repeatedly. So if you can capture one structure, okay, that you trade, that you know that will repeat itself, again and again and again. It may not happen the same day. It may not happen in 2 days' time. Sometimes in a pair, it might not even happen for a month. But the thing is, you're not in a hurry, because that's the only way you can make money in the market. You don't make money by trading all the strategies. You make money by knowing a structure, certain things that you want to see in the forex market that has been produced by the flow of money. Okay, so because you want to make money, you don't want to gamble your money. So what you're expecting is there are things I am expecting to see in the forex market by the flow of money. The candlesticks are all money. That's why when you place a trade, money start counting. Is either you are losing or you're making money. It's very simple. Okay, is either you're losing money or you're making money. So the candlesticks, they all carry lots and lots of money, trillions of dollars. Every candlestick you see here is money. But this money gives you structure, different types of structure. And these structures can be called price or market behavior. These are all behaviors of people. Do you understand what I'm saying? These are all behaviors of people. The candlesticks you see shows you the behavior of price or the behavior of people. So let's just sum it up that this candlestick shows you the behavior of markets. So if you understand that behavior are patterns and patterns repeat itself over and over again, then you will come to the conclusion that all I need is just one type of structure all the days of my life. So for you who trade different structures, you need to stop. I think this boot camp is here to help you. You that trade different types of structures, you trade this, you need to stop. You need to look for one thing that can repeat itself again and again. It is price behavior. The same way you behave at home, that is how price behaves. No matter how you want to hide yourself, when you go out, that's your behavior and character is going to show. That's the same way Forex operates. There are things that continues to happen. Whether you are asleep, it will happen. Whether you are awake, it will happen. So now let's come back. So in market structure, we have the downtrend, we have the uptrend, and we have the ranging market. So for this Quasimodo strategy, I said is what a price action based strategy for reversals, and it can be used for continuation. But that continuation is price must reverse back to that place. Okay, so the logic is this, that the institutional traders use this Quasimodo to stomp out a lot of people, okay, where they think that maybe the market is selling or is going to buy. So they use it as a stop hunt, a lot of people, okay? So how then do you discover the market structure? Okay, it's very simple, all right? So we have known this. We have known that market is either trending up, down, or ranging. So this is it, all right? So let's assume that a market was selling down, and then there is a sweep, okay? Now, you don't want to buy at this point. At this point, market has not given you any sign, okay? You don't want to buy at this point. So usually this is what market does, okay? Now we are moving to a market structure shift, okay, using the logic of QML. So you want to wait for a sweep of this, okay? So what's happening is that each time you see market like this, a transaction is going on. Remember, this market was selling, okay? And each time you see price sweeping the most recent high, okay, that is this transaction going on or that has happened. That is why you see that. But you don't also want to buy, okay, at that point, or you don't want to sell at that point. That is not the right time to buy or to sell. So what are you waiting for? You're waiting for a price to give you something like this, okay? So once this thing happen, you see this, you're also not going to buy. You're also not going to sell because market is showing you structure. This is price movement. So this is not what we are expecting, okay? So this, and then the next thing, market give you something like this, okay? Now, This shows you that there is a shift in the market structure. That means behavior of price have changed. What caused the behavior of price to change is as a result of a transaction that happened. And which is the transaction? The transaction is this. I call it the transactional liquidity that was taken out. Okay? So I call it the transactional liquidity that has been taken out. Okay? And what is the next thing that shows you that indeed the behavior have changed? Okay? The second high needs to be taken out. Let's assume that the second high was here of the downtrend. So the second high was taken out. And then you have a market structure shift. Okay. So in a situation like this, what has happened? We have experienced a market structure shift. That means behavior, price behavior has just shifted. Price behavior have just what? Shifted. Do you understand that? So if price behavior has just shifted, do you just want to jump into the market? No. So this is for an uptrend. That price behavior have just shifted. That is what we call the market structure shift. Okay? The attitude or the behavior of price have just changed from a downtrend to an uptrend. And sometimes before something like this can occur, it may be that market is going to range. So you don't want to buy or sell in a ranging market. Okay? That is a topic for another day. Okay? So now market was selling and then gave you something like this. Are you just going to buy like that? No. So the same thing with, let's look at an uptrend. So you have something like this. Okay? You have a sweep. Boom. And then what happens? Transaction has happened. Transactional liquidity has happened. What happened? And then market keeps going like this. What's going on here? Remember that is a transaction that happened that caused this structure shift. So we call that transactional liquidity. Okay. And then there is a proper shift in this market with this sign of the second or the third low be taken out. Okay. So you can choose, so we call it MSS, market structure shift. Okay. So some people call it change of character. Good. So you can call it change of character, or you call it market structure shift. So for this right now, we have experienced a market structure shift. So the first thing you want to know is the direction of the market. And for you to know the direction of the market, you want to know market structure. You want to know where market is going to. And this will help you to determine the current directional bias of the market at that point in time. Are we together? So if you understand market structure and shift, okay, it will help you to determine the direction of the market. Okay? When you're having days, higher high, higher low, just like that. Okay? So lower highs. So you want to know the direction of the market. So the first thing that market structure help you to determine is what? The direction of the market. You want to know, okay, what direction is it going to? Because you don't want to trade against the trend. Okay? So you want to trade in line with the trend. All right. So this helps you to determine the direction of the market. So how do you do that? Market was trending downward. And then definitely and surely you see something like this. A transaction was taken. Okay? And when a transaction happened, there is a shift in the behavior of price. Okay? You start seeing higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And on the other hand, you start seeing what? Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. So that tells you that something is happening. But take note of this. Every movement of price is as a result of a call. That call is either a supply to be made or a demand that has been made. So the reason why price left here, okay, is because of what? A demand was made, so it's going somewhere to supply. Okay, this is a topic for another day. So the reason why price also left here is because what? A supply was made. Okay, so there was a demand that was made and is going to make supplies. Okay, so the same thing that happens. All right, so now let's come back. So let's assume that we have a market like this. Some people get confused. Please understand. Okay. We have something like this. Now remember, okay, this is what's happening here. Watch. So market is giving you sinusoidal graph. Okay. So it's trending down, going up, and coming down. So you want to sell when the market is going down. You want to buy when market is going up. You also want to sell when market is going down. Okay. When market is trending down, you want to sell. So, but then how do you know? From what I just drew right now, it is very easy to identify that this is structure as a result of the flow of money. Money is flowing from one point to the other. So if money is flowing from one point to the other, money is giving you structures, or money is giving us different form of structures. Okay, and these structures are studied by people to make money. Are we together? So if these structures are studied by people to make money, that means there are things people need to see to start entering the market. So you as a trader, what are you expecting to see? That is the question I've been asking you. What is that thing or those signs that you want to see? Okay. So first of all, with the Quasimodo strategy, the first thing you need to know is the market structure. Market structure that helps you to determine if the market is trending down or is trending up. So forget about the ranging market. We are not interested in that. So you want to know if the market is trending down or is trending up. So if I want to know that this market is going to change direction, then what I need to understand is knowing the law of price behavior that causes change in the market. Okay? So the thing I want to see is I want to see one, a sweep that breaks structures. So number one, I want to see a sweep that breaks structure. For example, this. Okay? So if I see that first, good. The next thing I want to see is I want to see a transaction that will occur, okay, that will break the recent high, okay, of that current trend, which is the downtrend. So if I see this, I'll say, okay, a transaction has occurred. What is the next thing I want to see? I want to see a confirmed shift in the behavior or pattern of price, which we call the market structure shift or the change of character. Okay, so if I see that, okay, so if I see this, okay, I'll know that, okay, good. But for more confirmations, you can use this high, which is the third high. Okay, if wanna go beyond two, okay, sometimes two is enough. Okay, so if I see this, then I will know that yes, definitely that is a shift in the direction of the market. Okay, so the same thing that happens when the market have bought and now wants to start selling. The same thing that happens. So what am I expecting to see? I want to see a sweep that clears this recent high, okay? And I also want to see a transactional liquidity, a transaction that must happen to cause a shift. Once that transaction happens and I see the next low be taken out, okay, for some people, as I said earlier, you can't take, let's assume we have another one here. Okay, so let me use this. So I want to see this, okay? Once that is confirmed, good. Once I see this, good. And what is the next thing I'm expecting to see? I want to see liquidity. So I'll be talking about liquidity in the next session, okay? I'll be talking about liquidity, types of liquidity, the inducements, okay? Valid ones. And I'm going to be giving you criteria, okay, for the liquidity and inducement, okay? So I want to see a change of character or a market structure shift. So for me, I call it MSS, market structure shift. I don't call it change of character. Okay, so once I see that, I'll know that, okay, this market is changing direction. So what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for other criteria, which is the liquidity. So this is our liquidity. Okay, this is our liquidity. This is what I'm expecting. All right, so that is for tomorrow. But then I want you to understand, how do I determine the change in market direction? This is how to determine the change in market direction. If you can understand this, then you've gotten it. If you can understand this that I just explained right now, you have gotten it. Okay? Sorry. So if you can understand this simple logic here, then you've gotten it. This is what we call market structures, okay, or market structure shift, all right? So this is what we call it, uptrend changing to a downtrend changing to an uptrend. And what do I need to see to confirm that, yes, indeed, this stuff or this price behavior have changed? I need to see one, a break, a sweep, okay? Second, I need to see a transactional liquidity, okay? Third, I need to see what a market structure shift, breaking the second or the third high or low, depending on the direction of the market. So once I see this, I know that the market has shifted direction altogether. So let's take an example. Let's take an example of what I just explained right now. If you understand, kindly go to the comment section, say I do. If you understand what I just explained right now, go to the comment section. Yes, I'm seeing a comment here and someone say, yes, at every point there is someone making money based on their criteria. Good, that's exactly what I'm trying to explain. At every point, someone has a criteria, okay, that is making money for him, okay? They're making money with, okay? So let's look at something here. Let's see US, JP, USD JPY, okay? So let's look at this. Let's look at this. I'm going to erase this. Okay, so let's look at this. It is the same example that I just gave us right now. So let's look at this. So we can see that market was trending down. Can you see this? And then what happened? Boom. Can you see this? What is market doing? The same thing that I just explained right now. Okay, for some people right now, they will be looking for sell. Why? Based on their criteria as regards to structure. There are structures that they have mastered. Not what I showed you. Some people have mastered structures that look like this. Some people, all they want to see is something like this. And then what happens? Boom. So you as a trader, what is your own structure? There are people, what they are looking for is this. Boom. So you as a trader, what are you looking for? So for the Quasimodo strategy, what I just showed you is what we are looking for. So we can see what price did here. Okay, this is 4 hours. So for 4 hours, you can see what price just did here. Okay, so look at what price did. Okay, are you seeing this? Look at what price did. Okay. Can you see what price did here? Okay. So this is what price is giving you. Okay. Can you see this? A vivid example of what I just explained. Okay. So you want to see, can you see what price just did here? A very vivid example of what I just explained to us, okay? All right, a vivid example of what I just explained to us. So can you see that? So we have breaks, okay, breaking the recent, some shift in market behavior. So price have shifted, and if you observe, okay, if you observe, you're going to know that indeed market have shifted structure. Okay, so this is very simple. If you can understand it, that each time price, okay, look at it, each time price is selling, and then breaks, okay, gives you transactional liquidity, give you something like this, the direction has shifted. So some people, they'll be looking for sells and sells. Good, based on your criteria. But for this strategy, okay, that I use, okay, this is all I want to see. If I see this, it is finished. So what do? I go and mark it. I say, okay, this is a break. Where is my transitional liquidity? This, the recent high, breaking, is a transactional. Where is my market structure shift? I want to see the second or the third be taken out. Okay, once they are taken out, market have shifted. What do? I wait for price at the POI. I'm going to be talking about POI, but I want to understand market structure shift. Do you understand my explanation? If you do, go to the comment section, type I do. Go to the comment section. We have 23 people here watching this. Go to the comment section, say I do. If you understand what I just explained right now, go to the comment section. Quickly say I do, so that we know that people are understanding what we are trying to do here. Go to the comment section. Great job. Go to the comment section. Everybody go to the comment section. I do trades only. Good. Do you understand it? Everybody that's here, go to the comment section. Type I do. Liquidity. Good. Say I do. Okay, good. Great job. We have 23 people here. Roxanne say I do. Great job. So if you understand this, then it's very easy for you. Okay? It's very easy. So now take note of this. One of the logic of the QML is that, number one, institutional traders uses the QML of the Quasimodo, okay, to stomp all traders. I like using the Quasimodo. In fact, most times I don't even like using other blocks. I even prefer the Quasimodo that is at the back, okay, because that is what they use at the stop on. But nevertheless, other block is good. But based on the position of the QML, then you will know which one to use as the POI. We have to take as POI, okay? So institutional traders use this price action-based reversal strategy to stomp out a lot of traders, okay? To stomp out a lot of traders. They make sure that they deceive people, okay, and feel they are buying at that point and market will keep going, but never, it won't go. So my strategy is simple. I want to see a break. I want to see transactional liquidity. Okay, I want to see transactional liquidity. I want to see a break. Okay, and what else? I want to see this. So if I see this, it is very easy. Once I see this, it is settled for me. Okay, all I wait for is I wait for price. Come in here and then boom. That's it. I have to be patient. So I told you that where your house is different from where another man's house is. So their house may be 20 miles, but if there is one pipe connecting their house to your house, water will surely get to your house. All you need is patience. Knowing that definitely, because it's one pipe, there is no branch. So since there is one pie, definitely water will come there. So if you understand this and put it in your mind, then you won't be in a hurry. You won't be blowing your account before market gets to your POI where you want to buy or sell. So quite a lot of time, you are impatient. That is why you blow your account. You can't wait. You want to use other people's buy and sells. Where do you want to buy? Where do you want to sell as a trader? Okay? Where do you want to buy? What are the things I am looking for? So for the Quasimodo strategy, the first thing I am looking for is market structure shift. Okay? There are different criteria that I'll be talking about. But the first one is market structure shift. A Quasimodo with a market structure shift. Once you understand a Quasimodo with a market structure shift, you are going to get it right. So the first one is a Quasimodo with a market structure shift. So for this one now, we have a Quasimodo with a market structure shift. It's as easy as this. So I want to know first the direction of the market. I want to know the direction of the market. So if I can know the direction of the market using this same logic, then I'm going to trade, okay? I'm going to trade in the direction of the market. And then it will be easy for you to trade. Because why? Now you understand the direction of the market. Are we getting it? So I want you to get it. Now you are trading in the direction of the market. Okay, so for the Quasimodo strategy, this is all you need. First, this is all you need for the first while you're analyzing your market. This is all you want to see first. You want to know where is the direction of the market, the current direction of the market. What are the things that I'm expecting to see? So we are going to list them right now. So the first one, okay, for market, so you can write them down for MSS, okay, market structure shift. So I want to see one, we call it break of structure. Two, I want to see a sweep. So I'm giving you criteria. Okay, a valid sweep. Okay. Three, I want to see transactional liquidity. So I'm going to use money. Four, I want to see what? I want to see shift. Okay. In price behavior, also known as the MSS or change of character. Okay. Okay. So this is all I want to see for a market structure shift. So if I can see this for a market structure shift, and then what happens? It is very simple. It is very easy. So once I get this, it is done. And the last one for the market structure shift, this is all I want you to know, okay? For the last one for today is this. Remember that market on a higher time frame, we always make higher lows, okay? Let's say in an uptrend. I'm going to bring it down. Okay, so on a higher time frame, this is what happens. Okay, so follow me. So on an uptrend. So once you discovered and you get this done, the next thing you want to know is on the higher time frame, okay? Once you get this, each time market sweeps a recent high, you want to buy, okay? Let's say market sweep a recent high. So you want to buy at these zones, okay? You want to buy at these zones. So let me use the rectangular. So you want to buy at these zones. Once you get the market structure shift confirmed, the direction of the market, you want to buy at these zones. Okay, from the higher time frame perspective. So you want to buy at these zones. That is how you're going to keep buying at these zones. Because why? You're determined. Okay, so the next one, also, you want to buy at these zones. Okay, so that is how it is. You want to buy at these zones. After you determine the market structure or the market structure shift, the direction of the market, you want to buy at these zones, because until price sweeps the most recent high, price will not rest. Price might be ranging for a quite number of time, okay? Price might be delaying, but it will not rest until it sweeps the most recent high. So it might take days, it might take weeks, but it's going to sweep the most recent high. As far as the direction of the market is moving upward, okay? All right. So as far as you are determined the direction of the market to be uptrend, all right, the price is going to sweep the most recent high. So once you've determined this and you get this correctly, what you're going to wait for is you wait for price to sweep this. Okay. It's very simple. Price is going to rise, it's not going to rise until this is done. That is a sweep all the time. Okay, so with this strategy, what you're waiting for is this. When price gets to, price gives you something like this, sweep, with this strategy, you're waiting for price to come here and then go. So the whole strategy, at this point, you have your Quasimodo, okay? At this point, you have your Quasimodo, okay? And you wait for price to come, okay? And then boom, that's just it. This is what you're waiting for, okay? This is what you're waiting for at this point, all right? Because why? You have determined the direction of the market, all right? So it's very easy. So the same thing with the downtrend, the same thing with the downtrend. The same thing with the downtrend. On a higher time frame, this is what happens. Okay. So what are you expecting? You're expecting reversals at this point. You want to sell at this point. You also want to sell at this point. Okay. And also you want to sell at this point because definitely price will come back after the sweep. So if price comes back after the sweep, then boom. Okay. But then at these zones, at this point, you want to have, at every supply zone here, you want to have your Quasimodo. Okay, that is why I just showed you market structure sheet. That's why I gave you this, guys. So that's why I give you this. Once you have this done, okay, you wait for price to come in, okay? So this is the criteria. Write it down. Do you have any question? Do you have any question? You can ask your question, go to the comment section. Do you have any question? Quickly. Do you have any question? Go to the comment section, drop your question quickly so that we can answer them. Do you have any question? Drop your question. Go to the comment section, drop your question. For those of you that have questions, kindly go to the comment section and drop your question. And tomorrow we'll be talking about liquidity. Okay, so I'll be talking about different types of liquidity. All right. And I'll be giving you criteria for the liquidity, how to spot a valid liquidity and the one that is not valid. Okay, so do you have a question? If you have a question, kindly go to the comment section and drop your question. So tomorrow we'll be talking about liquidity, okay? So different type of liquidity and the criteria that will be given for okay. Will you talk about Quasimodo differently on a lesson, how to spot its criteria? Definitely. So the first thing first is knowing market structure and knowing the direction of the market. Okay. Okay, knowing the direction of the market. So I'm going to be talking about Quasimodo differently. Okay, so today we just talked about market structure, and I just gave you the logic behind QML. Okay, so it's a stomp out point used by institutional traders. Okay, good. Is there any question on what I just explained? I believe that you guys understand it. Okay, so we'll be having, there's a registration going on for a 2 month mentorship session. Okay, so this bootcamp is free, it's 5 days, but there is registration going on. Okay, so we're going to be teaching in details. In details, I mean full details. You don't want to miss that. Okay, so registration is going on. Make sure you register. Okay, make sure you register. All right, and join the Telegram group. If you've not joined the Telegram group, invite friends to join the Telegram group, and make sure that you share this update. Okay, so the 2 months mentorship session is going to be blasting. I mean, a lot will be talked about, risk management and all that. Okay, will be talked about, psychology will be talked about. Okay, how to stay winning will be talked about. All right, okay. So we'll be talking about a lot of things. So make sure that you sign up for that. Okay, for those who want to sign up, send us a message. Send a message to Sarah. Send a message to me. Any one of you, just send a message, and we'll get you hooked up for the 2 months mentorship training session that is coming. Okay, from beginner to advanced. It doesn't matter the level that you are. Okay, so it doesn't matter the level that you are, but we're showing you something that works, that gives money. Okay. So is there anyone that have any question to ask? Do you have any question here? Do you have any question here? If you don't have any question, we'll be closing shortly. But I believe that you just understand, you do understand what I just explained here. Okay. So make sure you sign up for the mentorship session, the 2 months mentorship sessions. Okay, do well to sign up. All right. So tomorrow we'll be coming here again the same time. I think we have a question here. Okay, the assignment is go to your chart and spot this that I just explained to you. Spot this. So I want you to go to your chart and keep spotting things like this. Okay, just go to your chart and spot things like this. Go to your chart and spot it out. Okay, so just go to your chart, look at price behavior, past records of price behavior, and spot these out. So if you can spot these out, tomorrow will be easy for you, because tomorrow we'll be talking about liquidity, and I'll be giving you criteria that you need for the liquidity. Okay, with the Quasimodo, the advanced Quasimodo strategy. Okay, so we'll mix the Quasimodo with structural liquidity. Okay, all right. So just go to your chart and make sure that you spot this. Okay, if you can spot this, it is very easy for you. So without wasting much of your time, in the absence of any further question, we want to close here. Thank you guys for joining in today. Good to have you. Good to have you. And for those who are still during the day, have a great day. Okay, bye. Thank you guys. Tomorrow. See you tomorrow, guys.
Thank you. Bye.